Number 5, The Elephant Man. Joseph Carey Merrick is likely one of the most famous men in the history of the world, but chances are you don't recognize his name one bit. That's because to most, he was known as the Elephant Man. Born in 1862 in Leicester, England, Merrick led a tough early life due to severe deformities all over his body, including a bony mass on his forehead, enlarged hands and feet, and rough and patchy skin. When life wouldn't throw him a bone, Merrick contacted Sam Thorpe, a showman that Merrick thought could exhibit him, and exhibit him he did. Merrick started his career as a sideshow oddity in August of 1884, adopting the name the Elephant Man. To travel in public, Merrick wore a black cloak, a brown cap, and a burlap sack to cover his face, to ensure the mystery of the Elephant Man remained behind the curtains of the show. 6 years after his career in show business began, Merrick passed away, allegedly from asphyxia or a dislocated neck. Number 4, The Camel Girl. From the mule-faced woman to the bear woman, animals typically play a large role in naming sideshow attractions, so it was only a matter of time for Camel Girl to make a debut. From the waist up, Ella Harper looked like a normal girl from Hendersonville, Tennessee, but one look at her legs would lead on that not everything was normal. Harper's knees were bent backwards due to an advanced form of congenital genital curvatum. Around the age of 16, Harper joined W. H. Harris' nickel-plate circus under the moniker, the Camel Girl. As she walked on all fours, Harper's time in the sideshow business was short-lived, though, and she went on to live a rather normal life until her death in 1921, which was attributed to colon cancer. Number 3, General Tom Thumb. Born on January 4, 1838, Charles Sherwood Stratton suffered from a disorder that would stunt and stop his growth not long into his life. At the age of 5 years old, he was only 25 inches or 63 centimeters tall and weighed 15 pounds or 7 kilograms. As they say, we all have our lot in life, and famed showman Phineas T. Barnum was sure to have the perfect spot for Stratton. Barnum took quick advantage of the character Tom Thumb, throwing General in front of it to be a bit showier, and claimed the boy was 11 and was brought in from Europe. Though General Tom Thumb would grow in his teens, topping off at roughly over 3.3 feet or 102 centimeters in height and weighing in at 71 pounds or 32 kilograms, General Tom Thumb became a staple of P.T. Barnum's show, performing musical numbers and skits internationally for mobs of onlookers. Number 2, The Living Skeleton. Modern beauty standards may have a different view of the living skeleton, but back in the 1800s, Isaac W. Sprague was nothing more than a freak of nature. Isaac was a normal boy when his body started to randomly lose weight and, no matter what he ate or did, his weight continued to decrease. When it got to a point where he could no longer sustain enough energy to work, he donned the name The Living Skeleton and joined a local carnival. Before long, Sprague was performing in P.T. Barnum's show until Barnum's American Museum burned to the ground. Sprague tried to live a normal life, but was forced back into show business for Barnum. Despite The Living Skeleton's fame, Sprague died in 1887 with barely a penny to his name. Number 1, Four-Legged Lady. During the spiritualist movement, mediums were known for producing ectoplasmic human limbs from their orifices. Myrtle Corbin needed no trickery for the 2 extra legs that sprouted from her body, though. This four-legged lady joined none other than the advantageous P.T. Barnum for the showman's freak show, earning upwards of $450 a week during the late 1800s. Myrtle didn't really have 4 legs, though, as the 2 smaller pair belonged to her parasitic twin. She could control the 2 additional appendages, but due to their size, was unable to walk on them. In fact, only one of Myrtle's legs was fully usable, as her right leg sported a club foot.